from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland.
Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Goff going to look to throw right away. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. Trying for right, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. We look at this Browns defense.
They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge him? This is going to be fun.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, Did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 22 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now gone. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground?
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Goff. Complete to right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, and make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw is Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Hit top by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB and easily move into the top 5.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and long. It's Watson.
That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Now Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Now it's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. In this Lions offense, set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. That one good for 37 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff.
He's got right on the short throw.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. A give right side for Gibbs.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here comes 3rd down at 7.
Goff now to throw.
He's got right on the short throw.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
As they've got it as we resume action. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Third and 2, Watson.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Now it's gone. Wright's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gone.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
To throw is gone. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Za'Darius Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Here's Watson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. So here come the Lions now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Ronnie Hill,
and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
This offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time, but lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of it.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? Charles, that's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right.
Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one, B.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm son is almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, he saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Chubb. Shoves him aside. And now off to the races down the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Watson.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Goff.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far. Incomplete.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Goff.
Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Goff now looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Lions offense set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd and a couple.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the try here for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handed out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
2nd and 10. Goff again.
Over the middle, he finds Williams.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Play action. It's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Zay Flowers with a touchdown catch from Lamar Jackson. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. A.J. Brown, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bills trying to hold on and claim victory. The Browns were given a solid performance in that first half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A give. This is Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Now Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They run with Ford. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
That's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A good pickup there, a 22.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
On 1st down, it's gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him,
Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Gone.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to at least get 1 score back.
You see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the 1st, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And the Browns getting set to go.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Shelling through the defense. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A give running right is Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On the ground, it's Chubb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
When they got off the field on 3rd down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. Time for another look at this Lions offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them are the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the ball in their possession.
And every game...
I can't tell what color your damn TV is. Your TV's all fucking crazy. Nah, that ain't no Bucks.
After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Panthers.
And the damn Panthers.
1st and 10.
Yeah.
At their own 17.
And the Panthers.
What's the name of that? What's the name of the team?
Which one?
Now a throw here secured by
21.
back out of the backfield.
21. What's that?
Yards on the pickup there.
Are you talking down here?
Yeah.
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover
That's
your
the
back out of
Bucks.
the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run.
The ones with the wait a minute, hold on. This is a game. This right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking it was something else. Cause the way they're moving and shit, I was like, yeah, that's the game. All right.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. Yet another interception, and I just had to double check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy. They're not just really this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. Because it's coming after them. You push them in the game.
On the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now we're playing fake, and it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Joe. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive.
Want to hear this super strange story my grandma told me about she loved it so much she took it every one winter. She would put her favorite doll up on a shelf to remember her. Then the weirdest thing happened. The doll's hair started to grow. Not just a little, but all the way down past its waist. Even when they trimmed it, the hair kept coming back. Then, one night, her mom said she heard tiny footsteps by the shelf from the doll. Yeah, and the lights would flicker if anyone tried to move the doll. The family started to wonder, could Okiku spirits still be near? They finally brought the doll to a temple, and the monks agreed to look after it. But even now, people say they feel a chill in the short throw.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to cut it down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end and take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Chick-fil-A. Good job.
Now 2nd and 3.
Good job. Good job, Bob.
Goff now to throw. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Hey, man, I don't know who need to hear this, but just because you single bitch don't mean you got to be fucking. Like, damn, who, like...
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Right at the 40. They'll look to throw again.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 to 36.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down in a little game.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes being single is so you can stay away from fucking and focus on your fucking business.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
You know what I'm saying? I'll think about it.
Goff throwing again.
I'm just going to be
Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to think they were expecting a pass downfield.
Listen, the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Is that the play?
And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And they'll get him inside the 30 at the 27.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, the absolute focus that they kept throughout, in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
You're looking at me, but why are you looking at me? Why are you recording me? And let me find out.
2nd down and 8.
I'm just looking at my product. They're gonna get that coming. Yeah.
They run it again with Chubb.
Real money, like.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now, 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And again, the run defense stopped this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Stop blaming me, huh?
You decided to raise the man and go to the drill. I
Chubb.
guess I'm going to put the picture up in the picture.
And they'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise these things to who they are, it this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news now. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
By time you cleaned up something. Oh, so you cleaned up today?
Again from the 20
So you cleaned it up today?
To throw is gone.
He's got right on the short throw.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
It's okay with you.
Now it's gone.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller tells us thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this team has made. They've been on it from snap one.
I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm okay with what I've been through, and I'm ready for what's to come. I'm at a point in my life. If somebody told you something,
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Why you saying it?
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin to drive at the 30.
So out now come the Lions.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, I gotta tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
That's good for 21 yards on a first down.
With carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines and let's close this one out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. And this pass caught by Gray. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now 2nd and 5. They run. Chubb. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you notice